What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video today, and in this video we'll be taking another look at my collection. Today we're going to be looking at my fleet of FedEx or Federal Express aircraft. So this isn't the biggest fleet that I have in the world, but it is quite notable in the fact that I do use quite a few of these planes on a regular basis. So as you can see here, I have a total of 8 FedEx planes. Well, I actually have 9 because the first ever Gemini jet that I had was a FedEx 757-200 with the Rolls-Royce engines. And I know Gemini just released their third rendition of it, so I'm probably going to get that so I can sort of win that one back. But I'll try to hunt down that original release too so that I can win that one back as well. But we'll see what happens. So most of this aircraft are all jet aircraft. I have one propeller aircraft, and that is going to be the first one that we will be taking a look at to start this video. So you got the little FedEx feeder ATR-72, an Irish registered one here specifically, because I know the US registered ones that were done years ago are very hard to find. So when they announced this back in 2021, this was a huge win for a lot of collectors, regardless of the registration. So very glad that I got it despite that, and have used it several times. An aircraft that has been used way more than that is this 757-200. This is the Pratt & Whitney engine released by NG Models. A bit surprised they didn't do the Trent release as well, the Rolls-Royce, not the Trent, sorry, the RB211 release. I'm surprised they haven't touched that subject, but this is one that they did back in 2019 when NG was definitely at the top of their game. They still kind of are, but they obviously have some miscues right now, but that's a subject for another time. A very nice model. I got this back in, I think it was, early 2020 or so I've had this one for quite some time. Moving on over, we've got the 767-300. This is one of the longest, or no, that's going to be another one here, but this is one of my longer sustained FedEx planes in my collection. Got this back in 2018, and I believe this is the 2017 release. This is November 103, so I believe this is the third release. This would be the third release of the FedEx 767-300 from Gemini Jets. And the next to that, we have my Aeroclassics one here. This is an Airbus A300. This is the last ever A300 built. The registration is November 692 Foxtrot Echo. So the youngest of the eldest Airbus family here. And this is a really nice release from Aeroclassics because there's been quite a bit of demand for both this and rival UPS's A300s in 1 to 400 scales. So the fact that Aeroclassics did both of them in the same release was really cool. So I ordered the FedEx and I ended up getting the UPS for Christmas to complete the duo. And then moving over to the back row here, we have all big jets here. This one's a bit of a rarity, the Federal Express DC-10-30 freighter. So I got this at the 2023 MSP Airline Collectible Show, and this was only $35. Originally, I would have expected these to go for more, but I was a bit surprised I didn't see them going for that much more. But I know the purple planes are very much sought after on the secondhand market, so the fact that I was able to get one was a steal. So really glad I made this pickup from a private vendor at that show, and hoping to go back at some point. I don't know if I'm going to go again next year now, because I do have some conflicts coming up, so I'm going to assess that situation, and we'll see what works out best. And then right next to that, I have another, this is an MD-10 actually. This is just like an upgraded DC-10. Doesn't look different on the outside, but on the inside it has an upgraded cockpit, which removes the flight engineer position, so there's only 2 people that need to be in the aircraft. This is the Gemini release from 2013, 303 Foxtrot Echo is the reg, and then the Dragon Wings one, this one is, what is this, 322. So both of these, of course, have been retired as of 2022, since FedEx has finally phased out the MD-10s from their fleet, unfortunately, so I unfortunately did not get to see one of them. But what I have seen are a couple of their MD-11s, which I don't think they have any immediate plans to retire those, but I know in a few years' time they're going to be slowly phased out by aircraft like the 777 and like the 767 on some routes as well. Various airports in the US still get them pretty often. And this is the 2021 release from Gemini Jets, the latest FedEx MD-11, by the way. And I got this off of my friend Connor on a trade at Airliners International in Kansas City. Thank you so much for this. These models are very sought after, and I figured I need one of these at some point when I get to do some of the bigger airports that get the MD-11s. I know his home airport, Tulsa, gets them now on a regular basis, which is really cool. Wish we got these planes, but we're not a big enough airport to handle them, so I'm very happy with our 7.5s, but a bit surprised we don't get the 7.6s from FedEx. That's UPS's duties. And then I'll move the camera over since the tail of the A300's kind of blocking it, and it still is, but that's better. This is the 777 freighter. This is the, gosh, I don't know what release this is. I have the box. It's actually right here. Go ahead and pull this out of my shelf. This is the 2014 release from Gemini here, and it does have a stand. I still have part of it, I just only have the base though. I lost the actual bit that goes into the stand that props up the model, so I don't have that anymore, but I do have like 2 other stands to use now thanks to other recent acquisitions, so that's not a huge deal for me anymore as it would have been before. And that is in my entire collection of FedEx aircraft. Nice solid fleet here for FedEx, and I do want to dedicate this video to a friend of mine. His name is Rylan, FedEx Pilot 14 online. I know he is a massive FedEx fan, so I wanted to do my FedEx fleet so that he could see what I have currently. And I will be sure to build up that FedEx fleet even more. And very excited to see what other FedEx planes come out in the future. I kind of wish to get a, see what other FedEx planes I want to get. I want to get the A300, MD-11, I also want to get those in the purple plane livery. And then there's like a 737-200 that's been done before. And if somebody would make like that Dassault Falcon that FedEx had, it was their first ever plane that they built, or that they got rather, when they started operations a long time ago. I'd like to get that at some point, but it's going to have to be in probably 200 scale, because that plane is really tiny once you do it in 400 scale. But we do have some really cool 400 scale GA aircraft that are coming out very soon, and Jet Set Models has got some really cool stuff coming up here, and hopefully they could be able to do that in the future if they were able, in theory, to obtain licensing for airlines and stuff. That'd be really cool if they could do that, but we'll see what happens with that. I'm getting off track here, so I'm going to go ahead and end the video before I go too further off track. So with that being said, thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.